Hello, Wyoming! Well, good morning and welcome to day 31 of Across America from Grant's Village Campground in Yellowstone National Park here in Wyoming. Today marks the end of 1 month for me. 1 month out, or yesterday actually, 1 month out here on the road. The entire month of June I spent out here riding. Mark is feeling much better today after his little spill yesterday. Well, actually kind of a big spill. And he really feels like he can get out there and ride today. So we're probably gonna knock out about a 50-55 mile day today. Tomorrow we would be crossing Tagwati Pass, which is a pretty substantial pass. It'd be the highest elevation that we've had to cross yet. I think it's a little over 9,000 feet, somewhere in that neighborhood. And then heading pretty much downhill for a few days as we head out across Wyoming over the next few days. So July 1st, day 31, and we'll see you out there on the road today. So here we are on the road outside of Yellowstone, heading south towards the south entrance to Yellowstone. Making our way down towards the Grand Teton Mountains this morning. A little snow in the mountains up there ahead of us. As we head down towards the planned destination for the day of the Hatchet Campground. It's a U.S. Forest Service campground. The other side of Moran, Wyoming. Tomorrow we got a big pass to cross, Tagwati Pass. We'll be hitting that early tomorrow morning. Dust that off, and then we'll look forward to a couple of days of generally downhill riding towards, I think it's Fort Washakie is about where the downhillish part kind of ends. But even that's going to be rolling hills. Just as I turned the camera on, Roxy said something, asked a question, and Mark said, I think it's a bear. And that scared me a little bit, but we're at Lewis Lake down here on our way out of Yellowstone. About, I think about 7-8 miles south of where we started this morning. Boy, this is a beautiful lake. Just give you a good look at it. Out across here. Oh, and some folks down here enjoying the nice weather. Mark and I taking an opportunity to get some film here, take a little break with some of this, what's turned out to be really difficult traffic this morning. This shoulder is very narrow to non-existent. We're a little tentative after yesterday's festivities with Mark and his little accident and a visit to the clinic. And so we've been pulling off, and we get lines of traffic behind us wherever we can to let them go by. So we're stopping quite frequently. And this just happened to be one of those, and the lake appeared here. So this turned out to be nice. This was a pleasant surprise here. And I'm gonna go down and test the water temperature here. I wanna see how cold this lake is, because it was down into the 30s again last night up here at this elevation. So I imagine this is pretty cold. So we continue our little ride along Lewis Lake here. A nice break from nothing but the woods. The traffic is definitely different today. Yesterday everybody was coming into the park, so they're taking their time, they're a little more courteous, they're slowing down for everything. Today they're on their way out and they're in a hurry, so they behave a little bit differently. Ooh, man, that's pretty. Just stopped here for a quick view of this overlook. I want to try to get across the road here. We're starting to get some good views of the Tetons too up ahead of us, so hoping to capture some of that. So we found this pull off here. It was really difficult to get to. The road is so narrow here. And pretty little waterfall coming off this, off the river here. And then I got to really watch my step because it is steep through here. Boy, this is nice. I'm not going to walk even down there. I don't trust the footing that well. And we're just starting to, off in the distance, you can't see them here, get some glimpses of the tops of the Tetons. A little camera adjustment there. Sorry for the interruption, folks, but this looks like it's going to be a pretty nice little view down through here. A better view of the Grand Tetons. And the Tetons loom ever closer as we just finish off another 2.5 mile, 500-foot climb. No biggie, a little steep, and arrive at the Grand Teton National Park. This is Jackson Lake just below us, coming into view. So here's Jackson Lake in the shadow of the Tetons. Try to get a better look here for you of the Tetons as they roll out here over Jackson Lake, south, looking west towards them, and then north up the lake here. And I'll put my smiling face in the background there because I want you to believe I was here, that I didn't clip the film from somewhere. So, yeah, it's beautiful out here today. Just, the scenery just never, ever fails to impress, never. This is probably one of the best views of the Tetons that I've gotten yet. I mean, up close, more towards the southern part here. And it's cloudy and we're kind of expecting a possibility of rain. It seems like most of it's to the north of us. There's a little bit to the south that is moving this direction, but it could break apart and just get the majesty of these magnificent mountains. They just shoot straight up out of that plain over there. I think actually that's still part of the lake, Jackson Lake, I believe. We're going to be turning here about 8 miles to head southeast, and we'll start pulling away from these. And so we've made the turn, and the Tetons will start to begin to disappear behind us. And now we head off southeast towards Wyoming, or not towards in Wyoming, southeast in Wyoming towards Rawlins, which is going to be about 250 miles, about 280 miles from where we're at now. So we are now exiting the Tetons National Park, Grand Tetons National Park. Oh, and by the way, the bell you've been hearing ringing, that's my bear bell. It's to warn bears that you're in the area. They will quite often just turn around and go the other way. And now it's like the entire landscape out here is just changed. We come out of the Teton National Forest or National Park, and start southeast here across Wyoming, and everything starts to change a little bit. It's just amazing how quickly that can happen. Hello, Wyoming. I know we've been in it for a day, but it kind of just feels like Yellowstone was its own thing and Wyoming's its own thing, although the park is in Wyoming, or at least most of it. Nice little downhill here to finish out the day. So we knock off the last 5 miles.